Hey, what's up, collectors? Miguel here from Toy Quest 101, and on this episode of That Geek Statue Show, we're going to be unboxing the new Back to the Future Marty, Doc, and the DeLorean from our friends over at Iron Studios. And that episode is going to start right now. Hey, what's up, collectors? Miguel here as always, and welcome to this new episode of That Geek Statue Show right here on Toy Quest 101. Now, like I mentioned before, guys, on this episode, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the newest deluxe set to come out of the Back to the Future line from Iron Studios. This is the original movie, the first movie. We are going to be doing Marty, Doc, and a DeLorean set from the first movie, and that's all happening right now. Now, guys, especially if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to Toy Quest 101, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any toy reviews, statue unboxings, or any celebrity guests that might pop up on our show. Now, if you joined us in the past, you knew that we already unboxed and reviewed the DeLorean set from the third movie with the railroad tracks, and it came out really dope. I love that set, but this is the OG. This is the original one, guys, and it even comes up with Einstein, so I'm really excited about that. But guys, check out the boxes. We got two gigantic boxes here. The colors look great. They're blue and orange. You're going to see a close-up of the statue here, and you're going to see the full statue in its glory on the back. Two big boxes here, but guys, let's get to unboxing it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. And as you can see, the full DeLorean set is out of the box and on the turntable. And man, I'm really excited. This is bringing back a ton of memories. Obviously, this is the original Back to the Future movie here. And you got everybody. You got the infamous DeLorean. You got Marty, you got Doc, and you even got Einstein. And this is just a really cool presentation to have, especially with the continuity between the DeLorean sets from 1, 2, and 3. And like I mentioned before, we did 3 before. So a lot of good things already from the start that I love with this statue. So let's start with the base, guys. Now, something different they did from the third one was that the figures or the characters are actually on the same base versus a separate piece like the third one where they had them in the front. Even though it's cool and you could choose to move them around, I rather have them on the same base like this one. So I think that was an upgrade. Personally, I love them being on the same street as a DeLorean. And as you can see, Marty's kind of stepping out of the DeLorean, which I absolutely love, versus having separate bases. So I really love that about this deluxe set. I'm glad that they did that change. Really loving that. Now, the base, as you can see, it does have the nameplate in the front, which I always love that. And you can see there on a street, the paint applications look really good. You're going to see the black and the white chalk marks here for the lines. You're going to see a lot of details here in the street, right? In the concrete, which looks really good. And the base looks good, man. You're going to see silvers and golds here and a bunch of like gadgets and stuff going through it. But it does have continuity with the one from part 3 that we did with the railroad tracks. So I absolutely love that. This is really cool. And like I said, you see a lot of debris here, a lot of details here on the road. And I really love that. So let's talk about the DeLorean itself, guys. The DeLorean looks fantastic. Obviously, it's the centerpiece. It's the most iconic one for me. This is the original DeLorean. As you can see, it does have some articulation as we turn this around. You can see that the doors go up and down. And another thing that's different from the third movie, DeLorean, is that this one's a lot shinier. It's a lot nicer. The paint job really sticks out. That's because the third one was very, weathered and looked dusty because they were out in the desert on the railroad track. So this looks really good. The gloss is really fantastic. You can see the light shining off the hood and stuff, which looks really good, but very, very well done. The lights here as well look good. You see all the gadgets going throughout the entire DeLorean from all the way on the bottom over the wheels. And of course, you're gonna see that motor in the back, that iconic license plate out of time. And man, just look at the turbines and all the wiring and stuff. They did a really good job with the details on this one, just like they did with the third one from the third movie. Now, as you can see in the interior, you're gonna see a lot more brighter colors. You see, everything that came out in the movie. It's very, very on point with the movie accuracy as well. You're gonna see the flux capacitor back there. You're gonna see a lot of wires and the clock here in the front. A lot of gadgets and stuff, man. They did a really fantastic job with the DeLorean, especially the paint job. You're gonna see the wheels here look good as well. But man, I love all the details that went into this statue, into the vehicle itself, because it really pops out of the movie for me, and I think they did a really fantastic job. Now, guys, this is a little expensive, guys. This is about $2,200. A lot of people think that's a little too much, but guys, remember, you can catch this on sale. You could use our discount code as well. But some other people might think differently because you are getting 3 characters plus a DeLorean and the base. So it might be priced right. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Let us know in the comments below. For me, man, I just always say try to catch things on sale. That's when it's best anyway, right? You get a discount. But I do think that this is worth having all these characters on it. And if you guys do have it in hand, I think it looks great, especially combined with the one from part 2 and part 3. Obviously, we haven't done the part 2 one yet. I hope we do end up getting it to have all 3. I think that would be fantastic display for Back to the Future. And I don't think I would have anything else more to add to that because this is just fantastic. Now let's talk about the characters itself. Let's start with Einstein, guys. Now Einstein is really cool. There is no peg hole for this one or key. This one just sits on the street and he looks really good. Very detailed. You see he's sculpted very good. It looks like he has obviously fur and stuff. His face looked good. His tongue is out. This is like a sheepdog, but he looks really good, man. He's just kind of sitting there on the side. I love that they added him to this, so good job there, Iron Studios, for having Einstein in the mix from the original movie. I thought that was a really cool added touch. Now let's talk about Marty, guys. Marty looks so iconic, man. He's got that puff vest on. He's got his jeans, his white kicks. He's looking at his digital watch, right? And he's got his glasses up. I mean, this is such an iconic pose, obviously from the movie poster, right? So this is really cool. I love that they added that. Now, guys, the paint applications are spot on this entire thing. They pop out. It's done very, very well. The sculpt looks good. I mean, you're gonna see all the wrinkles and bends here on the jeans and stuff, and even the jacket. It looks almost like it's a real jacket, even though it's all sculpted. Now, the portraits, guys, are not always the best, but for me, I don't really make a big deal about that. I mean, yes, they could be better, but remember, it's a smaller scale figure. And again, like, who's gonna go up to these figures and really stare at their faces, right? You're gonna see this from afar. You're gonna see the whole display, and you know who it is. It looks like him, and I think they did a decent job. Marty looks a little bit better than Doc, but it does look good, man. I don't think it's horrible, but again, it could be better. The portraits, again, it's hard to really capture those portraits on such a small scale, but I think it got the job done. What I love about it is that he's stepping out of the DeLorean. I thought that was cool. I'm glad that they did that. So guys, when you're putting it together, just be careful how you do it. Make sure that that leg is inside on the bottom mat of the DeLorean, so that way when it keys in, it doesn't break on you. Very important, guys. So that's a little hard to put in, but it's super cool. I love that they added that to this statue. Now let's look at Doc Brown. Doc Brown has his iconic white overalls. Man, this is so cool. He's got the white hair. He's also looking at his digital clock. And man, you see him in white and orange, his brown shoes. He's got all these gadgets on him, his clipboard and stuff, or his pens are in his pocket, and he's looking at the time as well. He's off to the side. This does key in just like Marty. So both of these are keyed in. The DeLorean is not keyed in, guys, and Einstein is not keyed in as well. So these guys you can take on and off. But man, I love Doc. He looks good. Behind him, you kind of see that hazard symbol on him as well on the back of his overalls. He's got his belt here. I mean, he's got all kinds of things. He looks really good, guys. You see the inside of his, shirt and stuff. But man, the details look good. His portrait looks decent too. Obviously, he's in shock, right? But again, these portraits can be done a little bit better. But again, it's very hard to really nail these portraits with the size of the figures that they are 1/10 scale. But guys, overall, man, this is fantastic. I am so satisfied with this piece, how it came out. It looks really good. Obviously, there's other DeLoreans out there and other sets from other companies that you can get as well. Bigger as well, but this for me, if you want something from a great company that's just overall has everybody in it and it's a statue, I think they did a good job with this. And even with the doors opening and closing here on the DeLorean, I thought that was really cool. You got the handles flapping. I mean, they just did a fantastic job with this, guys. I really enjoyed the DeLorean from part 3, but this one for me is my favorite so far. Again, I hope we do get the second one. I know I'm going to get a bunch of messages if we're going to review the second one, so I hope we do. But man, this is fantastic, guys. If you're looking for one, guys, we're going to have all the links in the bio of the video. Our discount code as well, guys. But let us know in the comments what you think about this. This is such a fantastic piece. You got to see it in person, man. These are one of those things where you have to see it in person to really appreciate all the details and how it came out, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review on today's episode of That Geeks That You Show. Guys, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe to Toy Quest 101. We'll see you guys on another episode. Bye, guys.